or yacht or whatever, or living large, and it's a failure. It's a failure. I mean, you can't living large and new aircraft or yacht or whatever, or living large, and it's a failure. It's a failure. I mean, you can't have kids who are hungry and you are living lavishly and going to parties and wearing the biggest agbada.
This is Donald Duke, former governor of Cross River State. Listen to this short message. It has a lot. Take home message, what you need to hear, listen to. So just listen to this video. We'll come back and talk about it. Just hear what he said about Tinubu government.
Hold the security agencies responsible for a failure of security. There should be consequences. You cannot sit down there and say you're a DPO, you're a commissioner of police, or you are GOC, and crime is being committed in your domain. Hold them responsible. Reform the judiciary. Spearhead the reformation of the judiciary to decentralize it completely. Right? It will require us having maybe 3-4 times, or maybe even 10 times more judges that we have, but ensure that whoever is a judge, there are consequences for it, and of course address the economy. And you must find local solutions. The IMF or the World Bank would not give you those textbook solutions. It has to be an indigenous solution to our problem. I told you about the issue of subsidy. They tell us there's subsidy, but when you look at it critically, is there really subsidy? If I take 5% or 10% of my produce and use it for myself, am I subsidizing myself? You know, when you look at all those things, indigenizing the economy, making sure that your people are productive, right? There's no glamour in saying your people are going through hard times. It's not a glamorous thing. It's a failure of your leadership. If I'm head of a family, I want my family to have the best of everything. I don't want life to be difficult to them. If life is difficult and I feel I've failed to provide for them or do the things I ought to have done. So we need to see it in that way. We need to see, I would ask him to see the Nigerian nation as his family. What is good for your family is good for the nation. If you adopt that mental attitude, that I'm going to make sure that the Nigerian is able to live a fulfilled life. And when I talk of productivity, I'm talking about acquiring the right skills, acquiring a good education, having good health care, putting the infrastructure in place, and ensuring that there's orderliness and security in the society. Then I can now beat my chest. Buying a new aircraft or yacht or whatever, or living large, and it's a failure. It's a failure. I mean, you can't have kids who are hungry and you are living lavishly and going to parties and wearing the biggest agbada. We need to, when there's a protest is like your kids coming to tell you that, Daddy, I'm not happy with you. I have failed. You have failed to do this and do that for me. I would ask him to really rethink a number of things that are going on and test his policies. The policy of floating the currency, I think, was a mistake because it wasn't thought through. Because the largest pressure on the Nigerian currency is the importation of fuel. And the way it's being done is fueled by corruption. So we're paying the price for it. I mean, if you take care of the things that ought to have been taken care of, like I said, the things that we can manufacture here, we insist, increase tariff on things that we really don't need to dissuade people from seeking to import them, encouraging people to manufacture the things that you can give concessions to young men, go produce this, we'll show you that the market is there for it and all that, and we will not encourage others, we will dissuade others from importing those items because we're going to hike the tariff on those things. We need to focus on productivity, guarantee farmers purchase of their produce. So if I tell you go grow a hectare of cocoa, I'm guaranteeing you that I will purchase your cocoa, right? Today the farmer not only grows his cocoa, he has to market his cocoa, he has to do all sorts of things. He should just focus on producing the crop. There should be agencies, private sector and government, largely private sector, guaranteed by government, take whatever you can at the price. So at the beginning of the farming season, we tell you that, okay, for oil palm or cassava, this is what we're going to pay you at the end of the farming season when we're harvesting. So there's that certainty that we're working on. Those are the things that we need to be doing at this time. But we need to indigenize the way we think. What these folks in Washington or New York can never solve our problems. It's alien to them, and the solutions to our problem has to be domesticated.
Are you listening to that? Yeah, that is it. You know the problem. Some people now will say, when this man made this statement, some people will say, what are you saying? Why are you talking like this? When you were there, what did you do? That is the problem we're having. They will say, when you were the governor of Cross River State, what did you do? Did you turn Cross River State to abroad? What did you do? Did you do this? All this one you are saying today now, did you do it then? Why didn't you do it? Remember, the country were good at that time. Remember, all this problem going on in your country were not going on the time he was a governor of Cross River State. Because That's why he's talking about it. That's why you have the mind now to come out and speak. So you need to listen to him. The problem, well, especially when they talk about the security, that you should hold your inspector, you should hold security agencies responsible. How can they not be accountable for all this problem going on? How are they going to tell us that they are not aware or they don't know all these people? Because it happens during his time. Oga. He knows he could say something about them. You understand? And that is the problem. And then when he's in power, he might not be able to speak like this at that time. But now he's no longer the governor. He can speak and reveal some secrets. That's why when people like this speak, but you need to listen to them. For those who are there now, if they want to work, they will use it to work. Listen. You don't understand? So when talking about when you were there, this and that, all those things will not help. Now solution we need now. We are all looking for solution. You agree with me that the country is in a mess now. We are all looking for solution, a way out. So with all this problem going on, Tinubu did not see anything wrong in there. So he went ahead to buy a private jet, 2 private jets. That is to say, there's no problem in your country. He went ahead to do this. I read news yesterday. They said so far, Tinubu's wife, Oluremi, his wife, used 701 million for his trip within some time now. That's what he uses for his trip. And remember, First Lady do not have any contribution to the development of this country. First Lady is not the president. So First Lady is just wasting that money for nothing, wasting government money for nothing. You did not vote for First Lady. Like Peter Obi always say. He say, why should we have a First Lady house? No, they don't vote for her. So he is the one they voted for. After work in office, you go home and meet your First Lady. Your First Lady can do her own private business. But now Tinubu, you can imagine how much now they say Tinubu's wife are used for his trip. Doing what? What development? What businesses has he brought to Nigeria? The other day they say he used 250 million allegedly ahead. He used 250 million for to plan an event. Government money, waste of money. So if it was his private money, would they have used that kind of money for his event or what? Used 701 million allegedly for his trip so far. Would they have spent? Go where? To go and meet who? He does not have any business. If Tinubu, his husband, is not around available to go any foreign trip, his vice is there to represent. If vice is not there, his wife is not the person to represent. We didn't vote for his wife. His wife has no contribution to the development of this country. They are not. If you just want to bring them in, that's say okay. You just want to bring them in because you are there. You want your wife to work with you. That is your own personal cup of tea. It's not constitutional. So why is it wasting public money? So what those excess waste? That's what we're talking about. So with this problem going on now, this is all the leakages that somebody needs to block. All your security agencies are responsible for all this problem. Whenever they tell you that this problem they don't know, they can't bring those people out because those people overpower them because there is another authority that is telling them do not go there, do not do this. And the problem of Nigeria, we are not proactive, we are only reactive. And mind you, this man said, foreign World Bank, World MR, what do you call it? They don't have any textbook to give you to fix your country. You have everything to fix your country. Take it or leave it. Going abroad, running, chasing after investors, whatever, they don't have any solution to the development of your country. They don't have anything to change your country. You need to say you want to change your country. Those people will obey by your rules and regulations when you make laws. Anyways, what do you think? Leave your opinion. Please share this video. If today is your first time coming up across this channel now, please I'll be your guy. Run for me. Subscribe now. Hit the notification button so that you don't miss any updates. You know as they go. And follow this page for more. This is my page. Follow my page. Share. Help me distribute these videos.